checking in on butterfly pea cutting results from 3 months ago, propagating some more, and giving flower harvesting tips for tea, and other stuff. All this right now on the Clumsy Gardener.
Hey everyone, welcome back. So in our last butterfly pea episode, we took cuttings for propagation. You can check that episode out if you'd like. Link is down below. But here are the results. We have 2 out of the 5 cuttings that have successfully rooted, both from the types of cuttings that have worked best for me in the past. These will go to a friend of mine that's keen to grow more. And since I have some other friends that have asked, I'm going to make some more cuttings since I need to do some pruning and harvesting of the flowers anyway.
Cuttings that have already or started to lignify with new side shoots seem to work best. To help with flower production, I'm also removing any pods, ripe or otherwise. Typically, in the late afternoon, I find myself combing through the vines, looking for flowers in all types of conditions. Some are dried, some have their petals pushed off by young pea pods coming through, and some have just wilted. All I harvest.
I like picking the flowers in the afternoon sun, mainly because a lot of the flowers actually dry over the course of the day on the vine, so we save some drying time. The driest ones I collect together can be stored usually after a day or 2. Then the wilted ones that aren't fully dry I put together and store them when they are dry. But here are the fresh ones. Now the double petals or double lobed will take a bit longer, but that's all good.
If you have a dehydrator, you can use that to dry the flowers for storage. We tend to sun and air dry the flowers before storing them. It's also important to move them around periodically so they don't stick together when drying. Sometimes, right before storing, we'll put them in the sun for an hour just to make sure they're dry. With our humid Hong Kong weather, we'd rather be safe than moldy.
So as we can see here, the fresh flower very quickly released the pigment into the water. If you look at the flower, you can see it's almost white now. The color is way more vibrant as well. But here's the flower in this second glass. And this was picked fresh, but left to dry for a couple of days only, so still quite tender, but you can see just those couple of days already made a difference as to how much blue you can get out of the petals. And finally, this one we harvested dry on the vine last week. So with drier flowers, hotter water, and a longer steep time makes a difference.
This is likely because the plant pigment we desire, which is in the class of anthocyanidin, has crystallized due to the lack of moisture. So when they're in season, we make more tea with fresh flowers and save the dried stuff for hotter, longer steeping during the colder months. If this isn't your first butterfly pea video, you'll have seen this. Adding lemon or lime juice turns the tea purple. Basically, by changing the pH, you can turn the liquid into all sorts of colors.
And that's our episode. I'm going to continue removing pods and prune the vine some more to boost flower production while the weather's still right for them. Cheers everyone, take care, happy growing, and we'll see you next time.